To a story that's been in the news here in Minnesota for years. Now, a new twist. Hotel Ivy in the city of Minneapolis is on thin ice tonight after a new lawsuit accuses the staff there helping Anton Lazzaro, who owned a condo in the building, traffic teenage girls. You'll remember a jury convicted Lazzaro, and in August he was sentenced to 21 years in prison for that trafficking. Well, now an anonymous woman who was 16 at the time of these crimes is the lead plaintiff of a federal civil suit. Sammy catches us up.
Red flags were all around the staff of the luxury Hotel Ivy in downtown Minneapolis. That's according to a new lawsuit filed yesterday by one of Anton Lazzaro's victims, who was 16 at the time she was trafficked. Lazzaro is a former GOP operative and donor who maintained high-level connections to state party leaders before his arrest in 2021.
He was bringing teenage girls in and out of his place continuously, night and day.
St. Paul attorney Jeff Anderson is representing the anonymous victim in this suit against Hotel Ivy's former corporate owners. Lazzaro has already been found guilty by a federal jury of child trafficking last year and was sentenced to 21 years in prison. Lazzaro conspired with Gisela Castro Medina to recruit underage girls to have sex with him in exchange for money. Evidence provided in court showed Lazzaro Ubered the girls to his luxury condo and paid them for sex.
They would come to the desk to see Tony and to get up to his condominium, to his residence. They would have to accompany these girls.
Anderson pointed to testimony in the federal trial from staff members saying they knew he had a type. Everyone knew. The staff member then says she thought the girls looked 16 or 17. Testimony also shows that guests would have to see a person at the front desk to get to the Ivy residences.
Oftentimes, the girls were so intoxicated, as I said, they were unable to walk out on their own free will.
Anderson says he's seeking witnesses to understand whether or not staff was paid off to look the other way. Testimony also shows that staff did have training on recognizing sex trafficking.
There is a statute in Minnesota that says that hotels are required to provide training on sex trafficking and discerning the signs and the signals, and ultimately requires them to not only be trained, but ultimately to do something about it.
A statement from Hotel Ivy's former corporate owners council says, although the scheme Mr. Lazzaro carried out is horrendous, plaintiffs' claims against defendants are meritless. Advocates for victims of abuse say this highlights the importance of coming forward when you see red flags.
That's why we have policies that put adults in positions of power to do what's right on behalf of kids. So training is one important piece of the puzzle to prevent, but it doesn't help when those who are trained don't act on behalf of kids.
So more testimony cited from Anderson includes an instance where a young victim went to the front desk to tell them that her sister was currently being sex trafficked by Lazzaro. Even after both her father and sister pleaded with the front desk for help, Anderson said the front desk told them they couldn't do anything. Jana.
So next step from here, the lawsuit has been filed and we just see when it's scheduled for court?
Yeah, and Anderson says that there's going to be more investigation in the meantime.
Yeah, it could take some time. Thanks so much, Sammy. We appreciate it.